Hello and welcome. Right, yes, we're in that again. So let's get in. Now I was thinking about this. We saw how awkward this was, just rolling across the field because there are logs, hidden logs everywhere. It is a nightmare. And I know I've got the Mack truckers now, but yeah, look at this. It's just ridiculous. It is. It's just like we're never going to get across this, like doing it with what we've got now. So I thought, you're really going to have to do the auto load. You've not really got an option, so it looks like we've got to just crack on. So we've got to just grab that. It's too loud. That's what I was saying. Yeah, we didn't even see those below the eye line, and then all of a sudden you run the massive. See that everywhere. It really is that bad. Let's also check as well. No, nothing's magically right. It's exactly as it was. That is my wife just rang. Right. Yeah, so I'm going to still carry on with doing the putting. Well, when we actually fish this off the ground, that is, because obviously, and then we're gonna wait until we've got the automatic loader. It's just way too many. I mean, which is a nice place to be. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking as well was, yeah, I had started to have this thought earlier. Oh, my phone on my wire. Right. No, it's still in here, I think. I've never really, I don't know if you needed silver run, but I think it's got to be the containers for forestry. I don't know if you needed silver run to actually make it do it, the actual proper containers. And I thought, oh yeah, that is true. I'm sure I've seen them, but it's typical, isn't it? It will always, every single time. Is it right down at the bottom? Wood loader. Okay. It's a wood loader. Right. I did also think about actually modifying that so that would be very useful if you could modify it as you can. I mean, I could do it really, but oh, that's dropped today. Yeah, everything is complete. I'm so glad Ronnie Chris has done that. It's one of my favourite things. I do love his other ones he's done as well. He's done some scissor ones now, which is rather very different. But yeah, I'm not going to waste time there doing this. Yeah, the containers at Silver and Broad. I was thinking, well, you could do that. There was a modder who did it, but you had to sell, and of course we're not really trying to sell, we're trying to transport. So I thought, well, couldn't I mod one of those? Couldn't I mod one? So we really need to. Yeah, I don't understand why I couldn't get this really. Why it was so bad. It's true though. It was definitely a sign that you're getting a bit tired. So I reckon if I do that, I might be able to get like this, because I can sort of like go from all angles is what I was thinking. Well, it's further than you think, that's trouble. And also we're like completely wrong way around. I would have thought at some point we should be able to grab this. It's a bit of a funny sort of like, yeah, you can't actually move the knuckly bit, and the control group is like it's you or you. No, there's nothing. So yeah, it's a bit strange that all of a sudden you couldn't actually do it. It's a bit strange. So it definitely needs to be the exactly right way of doing this. So it's like, taking it like doing my animal. Of course, I couldn't reset it. It's amazing when you tie down the basic stuff you forget. It's true actually. That probably really would be. Ooh. insult to injury. Oh, yeah, it's true actually. I'm so very glad that I have got store deliveries actually on, because this is one of them times you actually forget about, you know, like the other uses of store delivery, which is like more about the saving. Because can you imagine if you had got to run down the store when all really we're trying to do is lift that up? Well, even that's totally unfair. No, that's not really what you want to do. It is, it's true. Really. It would be a bit unfair when it's to make you run all the way down. It's one of those times where actually store deliveries really is very, very useful. So reset, yes. Just so as it's like standing upright. And then everything's back to normal. Yeah, that's one use of store deliveries that I will allow. Because it has to be exactly like that. And then it's really, well, it's so far, yeah, it's quite, it really doesn't mind you doing that then. It's got to be quite exact. Right, so yeah, we're going to crack on. Yeah, have I left myself where I need to be? I would imagine I have. I can't imagine any other difference. So if we look at 30, yeah, it's literally up and down where we are. Right, this patch here and all the way down there. I think we've widened out quite nicely. I think it's more like as if, yeah, we did see it from the air. In fact, that's probably the best way to look at this. Yeah, there's a little island there, and really, I don't think we're terribly far off apart from that. So this is really the last home stretch for like shift. I mean, there's going to be the odd little bit, but like for me personally, I mean, when I say that, as like the other thing I did notice, look at all the sawdust. Well, look at all the wood chips. Everywhere you look, little piles of wood chips. There's a bit of wood chips there, so I'm going to need to have a silo built, and we're going to need to grab the mover, which we already have, and yeah, get cracking with that. Oh, that's true. Let's get these big ones done. I do need to like press that. So I'm going to say my words. Let's get this last little bit of like cutting done. Yeah, before I start, if we do get to the very end and there's no more cutting left to do and we still haven't got it, I'm going to have to do some manually with the telehandler. I'm going to have to just work from the edge of the field and we'll like get that done, because yeah, well, you can't wait forever no matter how much, you know, like you want a specific thing. It's just tough. So yeah, I'm going to say my words and we'll see you guys and gals on the other side. Session. I think we've still caught everything we need to catch. We've got a lot, I wouldn't say most, but no, I would say most now. Because obviously all of the last half I caught, I've been literally chopping almost every one. Occasionally I was forgetting at the beginning when it wasn't a habit, but toward the end I was like, oh, you forgot the log. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Apologies. Not trying to like, oh, right, I'm right over there. Yeah, so we really have. I mean, well, in fact, let's just do this properly. Yeah, so you can see all of those. Look at the wood chips. Amazing. But yeah, we have really, there's this bit that we haven't done over this side that is also ours. But we've gone right to the last sort of tree all the way down that line. I'm not sure if I've missed a bit there. I think no, I'm sure. Well, we should see. It may have just got like a little tiny slither there. But then all of this we did with the buncher, and it really was very accurate to the edge of that. This size, likewise, I thought I'd not, but then you can see how tight I've gone the line. I think it's probably from about there. It really does go like that. There's quite a bit that is ours, so. That's all we've not done, and I'm not going to just suddenly start. There's a couple of trees like that, little tiny islands of like 1 or 2 or 3 trees that were. There was well, I missed them. Simple as that. Yeah, there's no excuses or anything like that. I missed them, and it's a long way to go now. I might chop them with a chainsaw, or when it's all clear, I might go and grab the odd one like these 3 here, 2 even. Can't even count now. No, 3. Yeah, there's the other one. Oh, yeah, but we've cut that last little island that we sort of threatened to cut. So, yeah, I'm really quite chuffed with what we have achieved. It really is quite formidable. I don't really want to use that, but we have come to the end, and as I did say that, but I thought, well, you've done quite a bit of chopping already. You've also gone over, I do wish we could, see... Now, this should be fairly clear. Yeah, this is the bit where we, start from probably about here. We might see, yeah, there's one there. So there's going to be the odd bit that I missed, but then it should get to a certain point. Mind you can see when you consider all of those ones where that, yeah, there's a little patch there, a few there, and these are the grass is so long. But yeah, nothing over there at all. Well, one. No, that's flowers. Yeah, that's not bad. One on the very edge, which we probably missed early on. Yeah, one there. It's not too terrible. I mean, it was really terrible at one time. But these are all really... I mean, you can only see this because you're looking directly down and the grass is growing up so you can see through it. But when you're down there, as we've just seen a few minutes ago, it's an absolute nightmare. You can run right past it and, unless you trip over it, you're not going to find it. So, a lot of these are right in the middle of clumps of trees. But it really is now. I remember when I looked at this, I was like, oh, my life, you thought you'd done them all and you really haven't. There's only the odd one, and there's little tiny clumps that are like that are all the way around a tree, but really, not all things considered, not so terrible. This is, yeah, I mean, forestry, we all know this is forestry all over. You think you've got all of the, and again, going forwards, really, I've never thought of doing, I have thought about it, and I thought, no, I am not chopping each tree as I do it. It's no way am I ever going to do that, but actually... It's probably, well, I suppose this is the long grass that's taught me that. I was thinking, this is a nightmare. You can't see one hand in front of your face. It's that thick, the grass. It really is. So it sort of taught me, and I thought, well, the only way you can combat this is if you actually do the chop the logs as you go in, and it really is quite true. Yeah, so So I'm a little, yeah, it's got straps on the, I like the way that sculpts to that. I might actually keep one of these. I might actually make one of these red like that. Especially for that. I could colour it. It'd be easier to allow people to colour them. I've not done that. As one of the few things I have not done. I know how to do it. I've still never, ever done the colour change on an item. But it is true, I did say this. Because I'd used other modders like bits and bobs, I came to a point where I thought, well, I need to make some of my own. So I just made like some scum bars, and we used the very pin that is that pin from there as little tiny hooks. And obviously at the time it was just until I made like some more in Blender. Now I have made some in Blender, but I actually think, well, hang on a minute. It is sort of a self-made one. We've got loads in the game, and I thought, well, that is about as self-made as you get it. Really, it really does look self-made. It looks professional, but like homemade. And I thought, well, that's really what you've got, isn't it? So, yeah. So if I am tempted because it's so late in the day. I know. I don't mean that. What I mean is, it's not a good time to start a new. A new like job. Is that me just trying to like say I would like to go through till tomorrow morning? Probably, if I'm totally honest. As well, it is, but the thing is, there's probably still, I mean, it's like May, so it's probably right till about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, where you could safely, like, load. So do you know something? No, we're going to do it. Oh, I was so excited when I saw that, and I thought, so really then, we've now got 2 of them actual, because one of them actually, it really wasn't. The original one was not the one that was ours. It was one that I bought because it like dropped and it didn't say anything. And I thought, oh, we've missed it. Well, actually, not really. It really was just another one of the same thing. So yeah, the auto-loading bale trailer. We've now got 2. It's a very large trailer, and very versatile. So we've got this one as a log trailer. Yeah, and obviously, yeah, the other one is not. Obviously, this is not auto-loading, I don't believe. So let's have a look. I don't think it's got any of that kind of oh, of course, look, a soil thing raised from the tool. Stop. See it doing anything? Can't, and left. Ah, right, now that I can see. So, yeah, I do love the fact that Mack Truck has done yellow tension belts. Yeah, it really is quite nice. I wouldn't mind doing something like that myself, veering away from the traditional orange, like a bit of blue or something like that, or maybe even pink to cure my pink phobia. That would be quite apt, I think. Yeah, so we've got the scanner as well. Let's just drop that for 1 second and stick this. It takes a very long time to like drop the trailer, and it's just not a criticism, it's a statement. Oh yeah, this thing push these around, but it's still very, very low. So let's drop this right where, similar to where that guy is. So we know we can see it. We just need a bit of repairing. So we've still got quite a few things, mainly the truck, because we have already got the auto-loading. That's true, we've actually got that. Yeah, it's not that we're waiting for, it's the truck. Or the dolly is what we're waiting for. Yeah, we've already got the auto-loading. I think it is it a lizard? I don't think it is. It's all, yeah, Flegel timber run, a 12-meter auto-load. Now, the bad thing is, because I've done 8-meter cuts, they're going to like, it's going to fill quickly and then it's going to have overhangs at the back. Not sure. I think we just, yeah, well, the other, oh, I can see one right in front of me. That's why I'm really like to, I might knock something up. I'm trying to think. I'd like to store or get, I'm not sure if you can do it, if you can actually stick logs into as logs and then have them sent somewhere, or whether you could use the, Yeah, I'm just sort of thinking about the containers that you got in silver. If they could be adapted slightly, that would be really quite cool. Really quite useful. Because if you could stick a silo, say, somewhere in the middle-ish, a temporary silo, I might add, and stick that down, and then stick your logs in, but it would store it, and then you could like have them moved. That would be really quite a coup. Now there was a thing in FS22 that you could sell them from a point, but we don't really want to do that in this particular instance. We're not trying to sell the wood, we're trying to use the wood. I mean, I'm not sure that we need all of this wood, but again, it is like I sort of said, there's a big patch in the middle there. Yeah, it is like I said, really. We could have things chugging. It's going to be a steady income if I only do those 3 things. But I would like to have a look. I suppose, yeah, let's do something a bit different because we could afford that, the 52,000 one. But it would make sense in a way. Well, no, because wood chips we can transport anywhere because we can like put them in a silo, and I can have that transported straight over to. So this is us here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So if we visit that. Yeah, the 52,000 one is the one that is the one that we really want. So I've got my I think it's completely ready now. I've literally sort of finished it. Again, it's obviously a work in progress in so much as it's never. I've tried to get my cycles right, but until you. Actually, yeah, there was a mistake in it. It was true. The extreme was right and all the others weren't. So 27 is the first one of this set. And I sort of borrowed, yeah, like that. But I've tamed it down a bit white. That's not showing now. So I must have damaged it to the point. No, I haven't. It's there. Yeah. Oh, it's still not showing the iron ore. Oh. I thought I'd actually got that. Yeah, because if you look at the extreme version does show you. Yeah, that shows the iron ore. So I've got the iron ore right on that. So I thought I'd actually corrected everything. So yeah, I kept on saving it and something with the 47,000 one and see if it's the bionics okay or whether I've just made a mistake on the original production and it just needs a bit. Sugar. Yeah, it is. Standard production silos. Mind you, are we likely to use the standard? If anything, on this, we would want to go super, which would be the 77,000, the supers as I call them. So I reckon if we were going to do it, so let's hope that one's right. It is. So this one is right, but we need 300 and something thousand to actually buy that first patch of metal. So... in fact, I suppose it sort of makes a little bit... mind you know, because this is everything. It's stone as well. So we could have the iron ferried here or we could have the stone ferried there. It wouldn't make much difference. But we've got lots of room here. So to me, it makes much more sense that we would use this here. So this is my window maker. Very similar. Only the production is still lost. I still have lost some, but not like 90%. That was a bit excessive. It was like one of the... No, I'm not going to start to get insulting. But yeah, we'll put one of those down. But again, it is true. We need to buy the iron plates, which would literally cripple us right this second. So we need to make some money straight away. So we could. We've already got the wood. Now we've got a means of moving the wood. I think the 53,000 one, which I somehow missed when I was looking over this. This one here, the wood chip production. Let's just save the game in case we don't like the cycles. I'd just like to have a look. Here's a point. If you're... yeah, let's just switch that off because I don't know whether it would actually like save over that if you did that. Oh, it's actually been kind to us. So we did say here, didn't we? It's got something. What is that near to? Okay, so it must have a big skirt or something. Just trying to have a look and see. It's another object. Yeah, it's a bit. Let's just look on a big flat area so you can see everything that drops. It's got yellow chevrons at the back. Now, we don't want to block that road because it really is eventually going to be a road. Or should we stick it down here then? it seems to have far more going on that side and that edge than anything. Besides which, we can actually sort of check it out as well to see. We might not even keep it, or we might not like the cycles, or it's. Let's have a look, because again, we've got 2 wood productions, and it is true. I'd never really looked at that closely. I've always looked directly at this and thought, oh, the prefab wall wood is brilliant. It is, but it's losing 300 odd wood to make that 100 prefab wall, which means they're a very, very huge loss. Whereas like these are not, they're not losing anything really. One of them gains. I think it's the planks long wood. No, that's 198, so that loses 10. But that one is 125, 225, 215, 216. So it gains 8. It's sort of, it's not losing completely. It's transferring it, but you're losing some and it's going into wood chips. I like that. That for a Giant's recipe, that is that the Giant's recipe? That's true, actually. Yeah, this may have been adjusted. But even so, that is terrible loss. And so because of that, although it is worth more, it's not worth more because you're losing too much. So I would easily do that one, because that one, again, we can sell the wood chips or use them for OSB if it works like that, which we'll look in a minute. This one likewise was a good little earner, and this one again is a good little earner. Again, actually that's really good. It might be the worst price, but you're actually gaining 57 wood chips from the process of just doing the wood. So that is quite amazing that you're gaining from that. So that I like. Dark brown wood mulch. Yeah, we saw some of these, didn't we? Yeah. So OSB boards, MDF boards. Oh, wow, storage is phenomenal. So what are the recipes like that? So 110 gets you 65. That's not a bad loss, not really. And it is wood chips, which we're going to have excess of wood chips. So we could feed this without even... Yeah, I mean, what I'm trying to say is it's going to make wood chips anyway, as well as that. So a lot of our wood is going to go into wood chips, which we can then stick straight in the wood chip production. Fire logs, that would... it's all wood chips. Diesel... Again, we'd have to see how much that is, because diesel, that's only 10 diesel. MDF boards, 100. So you're losing half of your wood chips to produce 50 MDF. Again, we saw this was reasonable. But the one thing you've always got to think of is how much is my 100 wood chips? Or if you were to take everything to 1,000, which is the Giant's way, how much is 1,000 wood chips worth, and how much is 1,000 MDF boards or 500 MDF boards, or is the correct way to look at that? You've always got to do that. That's the thing that's even caught Giants out a few times on their cereal factory, is the worst business ever, period. Really. So 100 wood chips, 100 natural wood mulch. Again, you'd have to see if this was worth something. Then that's lossless. Again, if it's worth quite a bit, then it's really some of these businesses that don't look quite so good. If they're not, the more you're losing, the more of your profit you're losing in a way, unless the product is worth twice as much. Whereas that one could be worth half as much, and still it's worth the same as that if the prices were not right. OSB boards, we've seen that already. Redwood mulch. So again, totally lossless. Smoker pellets, quite a heavy loss. 45 times smoker pellets. All right, we'll have to have a look at this. So let's have a look. Yeah, let's have a look at the prices. Now we've seen that little lot and see really what is lucrative out of that little lot. As in, like, are there any that are really stand out? The more loss there is, again, we've got to take that into consideration to really take a proper look at this to see whether it really is dark brown wood mulch. See, in the right month, that's worth a fortune. So in some ways, there's the red mulch as well. Let's just make sure I don't miss anything, because yeah, this is tactics. It is true. Over the years of playing Farm Simulator, I've lost so much money on a very poor businesses, which looked all right to begin with, until I thought, hang on a minute, because the cycles caught me out. And that's what was wrong with the one on this. I'm like, we're losing 90% of this. I was losing money. So MDF boards, remember, you're losing a lot. So actually, your mulch is worth. Actually, you're looking at the wrong one. Yeah, the MDF board's 4,000. So really, that means that if the red or the brown mulch was 2,000 something, actually it's better. But if it's not, so brown, looking for B. Dark brown 2,2. So actually, because that's totally lossless, it's worth 4,400 and something itself if you look at it from the perspective of you're not losing anything. So and this is what sometimes catches modders out as well, is the USB boards, again, you lose over half. So in a way, that if you were going to half that amount, 1,650, so really that is worth less than if you just did the mulch. So if you did all the mulches so far, redwood mulch, again, that's worth 4,600. It's actually better than the other one. So again, lossless. Smoker pellets, that's quite heavy loss. So really, smoker pellets is not that good when you compare it with its loss, and the others were lossless. So really, the most profitable businesses, again, it also depends on the cycles of, like, so what else was there? I think that was it. It was, I'm sure. So if we look, it's nice to see my windows are actually appearing in the, they should be worth a fortune, really, because it's a big process. So really then, the dark brown wood mulch, I didn't see the natural wood mulch, but I'd imagine it's going to be, I know it probably did, I've probably forgotten. So see, look at the cycles, 1,200 times 100, it's 12,000, no. 12,000 would be 10. So wow, it's 120,000 litres of natural wood mulch per month. That's going to strip a forest. Likewise. So it's that one, and so is that one. So I've got to be honest, whoever made the wood chip production, it's a beast. It is. For 53,000, it's an absolute brilliant bit of kit. But the real dark horses are the red, the natural, and the dark brown wood mulch. Not only for the cycles. I mean, I don't know how much these do. 84,000 production, but you're losing so much of your wood chips. It's unbelievable. So really, all of that massive amount of wood chips is seriously going to be a great asset on this. And you've also got to look at, well, actually, does this compare? I mean, we're also going to be feeding that with the spare wood chips. So as a business, anyway, we've seen the prices on this aren't too terrible. They're really quite good. So the two businesses are going to sort of help each other. And really, are we going to... I was thinking about this. Now, I said to all the way through that I was going to do... Oh, okay, that's a bit odd. We've got a fork still sticking in the ground. Right, what I thought was I really would like to do this on hard economy too. We're not actually we're not selling the woods. Originally, I was going to do it like that because I was going to go, just into normal. But I think we're going to switch to hard. I'd like to just let's save it as well. Yeah, I'd like to do it in hard to go with all of the other Let's Plays. I'd like it to be difficult. I mean, that's the entire idea. So we've not really done anything that would affect the economy. We've tanked a hell of a lot. Can we get rid of that fork? Because it is a bit odd. That'll be the object that it said was there. I don't know that that's going to remove. Yeah, it's an object that I might need to put. I suppose I could put something down in B mode, and then it will literally go into the body of whatever I put down. That's a bit of a shame, that is. Yeah, the glass factory left a bit of a residue around, and I was not going to use that. So we've made one, and I will do that. But obviously, we first of all need to make quite a fortune to get that first area of the iron, so that we can actually... So, I mean, we could do either end, really, but this is dearer. Yeah, I mean, that's like 466. This one here is 345,000. There's still an awful lot there. To be honest, looking at how thick that was, it would take an awful lot. I mean, we might even grab another mover and stick one down that end. Yeah, actually, that's probably a sensible thing to do. So let's order another one now, because it does take an awful long time to actually get these things to come. Yeah, it does. No, I would do, because it's how reasonable a mover is as well. So let's find used. And we're going to go continuous. It's very, very random how long this takes, because the Mack Trucker one was quite early, and that took an awful long time. So yeah, so we shall see. So we'll have one down here for the stone, and we'll have one up the top for the iron. It does make sense that you're not going to be shifting that from one end of the map to the other end of the map, really. I would like to use the little skid steer a little bit, because it's got some decent uses, although obviously we've already done most of the tree stumps. But yeah, is it no, it's this that's like 0. I don't think there's a repair point over here, is there either? I don't think there's it was like, I don't know, let's just switch the zone markers on. It would be nice to see that no longer on 0, really. So let's stick the interactive zone markers on for 1 minute and just see, is there? There is. Right, fantastic. So we've sort of got a bit of a split yard in a way, because we've got this down here, then we've got like the other end, which we've now reached the farm, which is, it's two bays. Brilliant. I know it said diagnostics, that's what made me think there was a repair point here. And then you can... What are they then? Tree markers. Tools of different varieties, right? That's it. Can we repair you now? We can. Fantastic. I'm not sure what use we'll get out of this little thing, but at least it's repaired. It may be of some use. I'll try my best to give it a task. I don't like getting rid of things, although I don't like getting rid of things most of the time, but sometimes. Now this is okay for moving the toolbox, the one that we've actually got, because this is real solid, proper, real. Oh, that's the guy, isn't it? Yeah, I was thinking, what on earth is that? So yeah, our businesses, I think now, these are really going to, seriously do some good things. We'll, get the wood up and start these businesses cracking, because they really are. That's not too terrible, actually. I'm right. Yeah, it was not too bad. Needs a bit more taking off on that bit there to make it like a little bit. And I need to go higher on the. So let's just do a little bit of work. This is a bit different from like, the amount of like. Yeah, we need to do a bit more of that, I think. And we need to be like. It's a hard thing to know how to handle it. You have to keep going further back. And then you got to be careful. I don't want to like destroy the, like going under there. That's my biggest sort of fear. I don't think I'm going to do too much with this, as it actually is. Yeah, I think we've sort of done the soften. It does sort of bottom out at a certain point. Although this is definitely slightly different to the FS22 version. Sorry, the FS19. No, it was the FS22 that was the... that didn't have a good soften. FS19 had a good soften, and they changed it in FS22, and I didn't like it. But this is back to like almost like FS19, which was the best of the lot. But they've also made this a little bit better than the FS19 one. So I think for once, actually, Giants are ahead of the game, and this is much, much better. So yeah, there's a bit of a ramp coming down from there. That's almost believable. It's to this, so it needs water as well. Yeah, it did for a couple of the processors. And I think we need to probably do a little bit of a something with the road. Oh yes, we've taken liberties with the road, it looks like. Yeah, we have. Just at least do that. That's about as good as it's going to get, I think. It's definitely not. I should get away with it a little, I think. This doesn't look too terrible. It's a nice looking building. Yeah, I've got it. At the minute, I've gone for simplicity on all of my buildings. Not because I haven't got haven't got time to design beautiful buildings because I was working on too many. So I decided on a central theme of a silo that was converted with machinery inside, so you can't see the machinery inside. Now, in time, obviously, when I'm happy that I've done, that I'm going to obviously, I'm going to make an inside for them all, and you will actually see, like Omatana did in some of hers, that you can open the door and you're going to see the machinery. That I am going to do that in time, but for now I'm cheating. And I did say that a long time ago. It's true. I always said that I was doing a bit of cheating because I'd not got time to fill out, but I didn't want it to look horrible. And I've improved the vision. It's all my own modelling now on all of the models. It's a lot of my own work on nearly every single one of these. Yeah, the stones and nearly all of these are quite unique. None of it's giants wood or giants roofs or anything like that. It's all my own modelling now. So yeah, the only thing I'm very, very unhappy with is the this. I got that picture of the window maker. It looks something like that, but it's so dark. So I'm going to need to completely get another picture, because the others you can clearly make out the different processes for the windows, you know, and it's not too terrible. But that is awful, so I will be changing that because it sort of detracts from the whole thing. But that's where I'm going to leave it. A good session. Yeah, we've really just waiting for the lorry. Are we going to go through till tomorrow? We're going to give ourselves a bit of a break. Oh. God, it would be nice, yeah. I don't mean it nasty, but it really isn't going to hurt going through. It is a goodly way through the day. I think we probably deserve a bit of a break. So let's just check the sales before we go. Yeah, I'm Team Baylor. We've already got them, haven't we? So let's go through till the morning, and it is still 8 o'clock, and then we're going to leave it at that. See what we get in sales, and then we're going to leave it. Sorry, I've got a horrible tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Let's have a look. So 9888. Was there anything I needed to do? No, we've not got anything. Oh, isn't that not? Doesn't that go to show that you put something brand new in, and yeah, you get it comes in nearly straight away. Wow, another L65. We have got a second chance of a big trailer. Yeah, the big bird. Well, the Mack Truckers is about us. And to be honest, that is my favourite trailer of all, even though we know it's cheeky. So I think we're going to go. There's nothing that sticks to me that says, like, yeah, let's sell it. Oh, there is. What about that? We can just afford it. Oh, we ought to be making sure that we're. Yeah, we will do that. We did say that that's allowed. It is a genuine. So it's a shame we can't afford to do it. But yeah, we've got other plans for the map. No, we can still afford it. Yeah, we can. It's true. Oh, actually, I didn't see the Volvo. There's a Volvo as well. So let's pop up the store, sell that, and yeah, round this session off. I keep looking at the lorry and thinking, oh, we have got a lorry. And then, like, I think, no, we haven't. Not in the truest sense of the word. We have got a good kit, though. When we have got, yeah, we've got the vegetable harvest. So that's what my sort of mind was ticking on that, really. Got the liquids tanker as well. We might buy a second as well. Yeah, we might well do. So we're going to buy that too, and we're going to sell it straight away. Because we've already got something like that. It's a shame we could have actually gone for that, couldn't we? But I do like what we've got. I'm very, very happy that I actually tried that. Yeah, I know, I'm not a massive fan of that. They're just too slow. Yeah, I suppose it's because I'm an impatient person. To me, this is... I could not crawl around the forest like this. It would really drive me crazy. Yeah, what we've got at 80 miles an hour, 3 times the speed, that's my, like, type of thing, really. So that's made quite a bit of profit. We're right up to 400 odd grand again. And we are going to buy... No, we're not... Yeah, I don't want to waste anyone's time. Do we buy that 24 metre? That's not a bad price for a... We've got the big sprayer. I don't think we need to duplicate machinery. No, it's the same anyway. Oh, that is actually quite nice. I was, you know, I wasn't really. If we're going to pay for it, why not have it what we want? Now, I don't mind red. Red and black together like that is my favourite sort of thing. So, I think we will, and I do actually quite like that as well, like rose gold. So 16,000 for a beautiful 70-tonner. Push as well is absolutely amazing. So yeah, the team is certainly right. I mean, equipment wise, obviously I would like to go the next set where we got the big body. We just need to, but obviously again we've got this header and we've got the other header and we've also got the spray unit there. So if we do manage to get the next set, that will be a real, but I love using big sprayers like this. Amazing. So I'm looking forward to that if we do get it. We've got trailers coming out of our ears. We've got the automatic loader. We've still not got a lorry. I would have thought the chances of us... Yeah, we really do need this auto-loading, like, sort of trailer. I am wondering whether we buy another one. You know, like, join another auto-loading, like, 12 and go for a second 12. I don't think it's a bad idea, because I think, to be honest, I'm going to be for, like, forever. Although I've got my ideas about the... Yes, I have the auto-loading sort of thing. We'll see if there's anything I can do. I might need to load silver on, because I thought it was actually part of the game now, but I can't find it. So it might need to be that you need silver unloaded for you to gain those containers. Or... Well, no, I still need to load silver on. So yeah, we shall... well, let's just stick that body on this while we've got a minute. Yes, we did. Yeah, that was the thing I got excited about. I thought, oh, brilliant. And then obviously, I mean, not that I don't want the body, but what I mean is, it was typical. I was, which is the front, which is the back? That is a good question. That is a good question. Because they're identical? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe they are identical. But I'm laying £1 to a penny. Oh, this is still damaged. I thought I'd repaired this. I'm laying £1 to a penny that it's not, and I've got it the wrong way around. Yeah, I knew it. If there's a wrong way you can do something, you can guarantee it. Great. Just wanted to escape for a little bit. It's been so much, tree husbandry, so much that I thought, oh, it would be nice to do something a little bit different. So it's true, I'm going to roll it down. Yeah, we're going to need another tanker, I would say, also. This has liquid tankers. Thinking about it, I don't know if I saw any in the pack. Now, there is one thing, I do love the Unimog, but the idea of the Unimog also, so I would never steal another modder's mods, but, no, wrong way. I would like to do something like an ATV, an all-terrain vehicle, that's similar to the Unimog, and I don't mean that I really, but where it has got a front, it's modified for, but it's also got, it's more of a tractor, with, you know, like 4 big tractory type wheels, almost like a monster truck in a way, but more thought to be... We got the wrong back on. The wrong body, I mean, the wrong back on. Have we got the wrong body? Let's have a look. Yeah, we did the biggie, so is there any crane mounting, front and rear adults, everything? Is there a Pro Compact? No. So that should work. It is the Unimog's back. So, are we doing this the wrong way there? No, those things always go like that, yeah. Although I suppose I know what I mean. It could be the other way, but no, this is the usual way that you do it. Okay. I could have turned it all the way around. That's the thing that I'm sort of thinking when I caught it. I could have actually turned it. So really the end could be still the wrong end because I actually turned the wrong end the right way, if that makes any sense at all, which it probably doesn't. So it doesn't even make much sense to myself. Yeah, so if this doesn't work now, then I really don't know what is wrong, because fantastic. There's nothing wrong. Right, brilliant. So we've got the front and the back 3.8, 241 horsepower. Yeah, so I would like to make something similar to this, but with really big tractor wheels on it, but like 4 equal tractor wheels that's got telehandler type independent sort of steering, like a telehandler. I just love to make a vehicle like that that's like got everything for everything, you know, like, and just, you know, I think it would be really fantastic. Anyway, yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Just check actually at the barrels, just see if there is anything for the Unimog. No, it could be in sprayers though, because yeah, I mean, I've done one of this similar, but I've got mine in the sprayer section, so it could be that the Unimog has done the same thing and theirs is in the sprayers. Yeah, because I've got liquid tankers that are really in this section that really are not liquid tankers. They are literally fronts liquid, and these are monsters because they really are very, very large. So yeah, so again, these could be a bad idea. Oh, this is the thing that I was sort of trying to say. These would be quite useful, but we would need a GTA or a Xylon really to actually do this. So I would have to order the Xylon. We actually get... It's just ringing a bell. Did we actually get... I don't think we did. But it's not a bad idea to go for this Xylon, I don't think. As a... Yeah, I'm sure we haven't got it. That doesn't ring a bell for this particular Let's Play. We've got a lot of good tractors, but the Xylon is not one of them. I'm not thinking of like, it's just such a good all-rounder, and I have made a lot of kit for it, so it really is. We have our own Xylon as well, the BI Industries version. I am going to properly do something with it. I've just, at the minute, it really is just a Xylon that's like... So I think we're going to order one of those as our auxiliary vehicle. Yeah, I want to do what Dogface has done with this, the rust, and then I want to repair it and you get it for full value. But I don't know how that was done. So we've got an old fence Xylon. I've called it an old fence Xylon, but when you look at it, it doesn't look terribly old because, yeah, I've not actually done the rusty bit yet, but I am going to find use. And we are going to go for that. That will be our auxiliary vehicle. I suppose if we're going to do that, then we really also need to go for what we just said, which would be those... Well, no, that's what I was sort of trying to say. So we'll wait until we get that. Those kind of tanks are the sort of tools I was trying to say that I think the shop may carry those. I think we've got to... Otherwise, it gets a bit silly. There's small tools for a sprayer, so I think we'll carry... Certain silly little things like that we'll carry that and say that that's fair. But anything bigger than that, even the seed tanks, which actually, talking about them, that's probably not a bad idea to actually order a couple on search of our... Well, actually, yeah, we could actually do that as well, the Xylon. Yeah. It's costing almost a third of the price of the Xylon itself. And then a normal standard tractor one. No, it's not the standard tractor one. That's the GTA. That's the one we want. Yeah, the standard. Also find used. Fantastic. I am going to completely change those at some point. But again, this is what I'm saying at the minute. When I started modding, I wanted to make lots of different things, but I realised I'd got to keep a lot of things very similar to what they actually were, and I was going to use Giants models to begin with, and then obviously I have done quite a bit of my own work, but it does take a long time to make any mod, right, and even a standard. I mean, yeah, I've got to be honest, my flatbeds, the hours I've spent on this, and you'd look at it and think, what? Why? How come you spent hours on that? This has changed shape so many times. The belts, I did completely design that there based upon a Giants model and did the animations myself. Well, Giants did the animations. I made it work, let's put it that way, which is all modders do that. I did the back thing and even oh, wow, actually I'd forgotten. Yeah, even the number plate's showing, which that's quite, yeah, it's different. That's fantastic. That's taken a long time to get to that, and it's changed shape quite a few times. I do want it to be a 4. Yeah, that's my old one. Again, even the like little silver bits now are all my own. Yeah, it's not got the light thing, but I want the 4 wheels for stability. So I'm going to, like, you know, grab that. And in time, I'm only going to have it look like that, but with 4 wheels instead. Because all things considered, that's not going to work. It's going to show a horrible... Oh, it's better than it was last time. It is. It's the game doesn't know how to handle it, but I don't think I've quite got all of the modelling right. It is a special project, that one, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. I'm trying to see what the game lets you get away with of like different sort of things. I'm sort of trying to do 2 things in one mod, and I think it's possible. It's just might not be possible for me at my level of modding to actually achieve what I'm trying to do. But again, that's sometimes what you got to do, is stretch yourself and think, nah, you can't do that. Yeah, and no, that's a bad idea. So yeah, it really is taking shape. So all that remains to be said for this session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this exciting map, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.